Hi K-drama lovers! Today, we will witness the highly anticipated sequel in the Korean supernatural thriller series, The Witch, Part 2, The Other One. If you like the first part, or if you're a fan of jaw-dropping Korean films, you're definitely in for a treat. Released in 2022, The Witch, Part 2, The Other One continues the thrilling story that began in The Witch, Part 1, The Subversion, directed once again by Park Hoon-young. The sequel expands the mysterious world of supernaturally gifted individuals and shadowy organizations. Without getting into major spoilers, The Witch, Part 2 introduces us to a new protagonist, a young girl who emerges as the sole survivor of a secret laboratory massacre. As he tries to navigate a world he doesn't understand, he becomes the target of various factions, each of whom has their own agenda. The film cleverly blends this new storyline with elements from the first film, creating a rich and complex narrative that stands on its own and builds on its predecessor. Fans of the first film will appreciate the connection, while newcomers can still follow and enjoy the storyline. The Witch, Part 2, The Other One has a plot that is not much different from the previous film. This film tells the story of a mysterious girl played by Shin Shaya who is an experimental object who escapes from her laboratory. The girl was then rescued by Kyung-hee Park Yoon-bin after the girl saved Kyung-hee from a group of gangsters. The girl then joined Kyung-hee's family, which only consisted of Kyung-hee and her younger brother, Dae-gil Seung-yu-bin. Even though she joined a small family, the girl looked very happy at first. Unfortunately, this little family's happiness didn't last long because many people were hunting for the girl. Plot-wise, this film has the same pattern as the previous film. Focuses on an experimental object who escapes from a secret laboratory, is then rescued by good people and joins a new family. Everything was going well until a third party messed things up. The plot of this film looks ordinary for a sequel film. Fans who were expecting a continuation of the story of Gi Ya-hyun Kim Da-mi were instead presented with a new story, but with the same format. The tempo is also quite flat. There are no ups and downs in the storyline, so there is almost no exciting sensation when the film starts to reach its climax. Even though it has the same plot pattern as the previous film, the bond formed by the protagonists in this film is not as tight as the previous film. In The Witch, Part 1, The Subversion, the film plays a very slow tempo at the beginning of the film to provide character depth so that the film doesn't feel bland. There are many happy moments at the beginning of the film which make the conflict at the end feel more emotional. Meanwhile, inside The Witch, Part 2, The Other One, the film spends too much time on unnecessary scenes for the supporting characters. The film also continues to feature new characters who don't know where they come from, instead focusing on the development of the main characters. Even though it has a flat tempo so that the climax is not really felt, this film is still worth watching until the end. At the end of the film, the person we've been waiting for, Kim Da-mi, will appear to deliver a bit of epic action and a big surprise. Kim Da-mi's brief appearance at the end of the film would have made this film less disappointing. Even though it doesn't meet expectations, fans of the Witch series, you still have to watch this film. The reason is, there are several important things regarding Ya-hyun that will be revealed in this film. After all, even though it was far from expectations, The Witch, Part 2, The Other One not a bad film at all. Shin Sia takes the lead in this series, giving a strong performance as the mysterious girl at the center of the story. His portrayal balances vulnerability with an underlying sense of danger, keeping the audience on edge throughout the film. The returning cast, including Kim Da-mi from the first film, make impactful appearances that tie the two films together. The ensemble cast, featuring Jo Min-soo, Park Yoon-bin, and Seo Yoon-soo, provides depth to the various factions vying for control of The Witch. One of the standout aspects of The Witch, Part 2, is its stunning visual effects and expertly choreographed action scenes. The film builds on the foundation laid by its predecessor, presenting an even more astonishing display of supernatural abilities. Cinematographer Kim Young-ho returns, maintaining the signature visual style of the first film while pushing boundaries with new, visually exciting set pieces. The action sequences are a perfect blend of practical effects and CGI, creating believable yet incredible moments of superhuman feats. The Witch Part 2 delves deeper into the themes of identity, power, and the ethics of scientific experimentation introduced in the first film. This expands the mythology of the Witch Project, raising interesting questions about human nature and the consequences of transcending natural limits. The world building in this sequel deserves special attention. We get a broader view of the various organizations involved in the Wizard Project, adding a layer of complexity to the overall narrative. This expanded scope sets the stage for possible future viewings while satisfying viewers' curiosity about the broader context of the story. While The Witch Part 2 retains the core elements that made the first film a success, mystery, action, and supernatural thrills, it also carves out its own identity. The sequel ups the ante in terms of action and scale, while delving into more complex narrative territory. Some viewers may find the plot more convoluted than the first film, but those who enjoy complex storytelling will appreciate the added layers of mystery and intrigue. The Witch Part 2. The other one is a worthy sequel that expands and enriches the world established in the first film. With its mix of high-octane action, intriguing mystery, and thought-provoking themes, this film is a must-watch for fans of the original and newcomers alike. If you like Korean thrillers, superhero-like abilities, or complex, interconnected storytelling, this film should be on your watch list. It set a new standard for supernatural thrillers in Korean cinema and made viewers eager to watch the next series. That's it for our review of The Witch Part 2, the other one. If you've seen the film, share your thoughts in the comments below. Does it meet your expectations? Are you excited for more from this universe? Enjoy watching!